of the prologue. Only a dream, you're probably saying? Was that whole prologue just a dream? But I hate when writers do that. It's lazy. Just stay in reality, pal. Don't worry, I totally agree. Lazy, lazy, lazy. Well, that is, except in this one specific, very particular case. Because, you see, dreams are our reality. Hey, come back! Where are you going? Okay, I can see I'm starting to lose you. How to explain? Let's see. Have you ever woken up from a dream and thought, what was that? My Auntie Gertrude shaped like a giant platypus waddling through my middle school while singing the word farfanoogle over and over? Well, that dream, that was us. Or a dream theater just like us. We built the middle school set. One of our actors played Aunt Gertrude the platypus, and our orchestra performed the farfanoogle waltz in Z minor. That's because we are the members of the Lunarian Grand Theater, affectionately referred to among ourselves as the Dreamatics. Every night we perform the dreams of one Luna Grande, age 10 3/4. Well, every night until tragedy struck and changed everything forever. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's start at the beginning. Chapter 1. The Weather Closet. Someone hadn't fully closed a jar of winter in the weather closet, and everything was covered in drifts of snow. Again. Frost glazed the bottles of wind and the jugs of raining rain, and I had to dig to find the glass orbs of sunsets I'd been sent for in the first place. I finally found the one that Knox had told me to find. Colored peach pie with clouds a la mode fading into a melted sherbet horizon. Team, your desire for a snowball fight later, said the director, is not an excuse to leave winter open in the set department again and give, who's-a-macallit here frostbite. I smiled and shook the snowflakes from my overalls. Sure, call me who's-a-macallit, or what's-her-name, or so-and-so. I answered to them all. Who needs to learn the name of the lowliest of low assistants? It's Dormier, by the way. My name, that is. Sorry, boss, said Knox, our set designer. My bad. Also, you said you wanted to change the snow for tonight's performance? What kind of snow do you want? Ugh, must I do everything? Asked the director. Just make it romantic. Make it fun. She was wearing one of her usual stress-related t-shirts, which always featured things like a picture of a light bulb saying, I'm burnt out, or a head of lettuce saying, Romaine calm. Today was another classic, a cat shouting, Don't stress me out! We've got all the kinds of snowy precipitation, continued Knox. Ice pellets, blizzard, squall, thundersnow. Do you think thundersnow sounds romantic? Asked the director. I wouldn't know, said Knox, putting her dirty work gloves on her hips. Something unique, continued the director. Something poetic. Unique, poetic. Well, we have one thing, fairly rare, said Knox. It's called watermelon snow. And that is, it's technically caused by a red-colored green algae called Chlamydomonas nivalis, said Knox with the poetry of a snowplow. The director stared, bewildered. It's pink, said Knox. Pink snow. It happens in the real world. I didn't hear the end of the conversation, as I had plenty of my own work to do before the theater opened for the night. Not that I was complaining. I may have been a lowly low assistant, but I was lowly low at the Lunarian Grand, which was, in my humble opinion, the most majestic, magical, beautiful theater in the entire universe. I was sawing, nailing, painting, and rigging most of the time, sure, but I was also part of the show. I felt the tingling excitement every time the house lights dimmed, knew every line by heart, and whispered them under my breath from the wings, loving every moment, but knowing that I would never be in the spotlight. You will never bask in that kind of glow, I'd tell myself. You will never capture moments, say things unsaid, stir hearts, feel the thrill.